We will be canning runner beans today. I will use 3 kilograms of runner beans for this. The fresher the beans are, the more delicious the preserves will be. In a big cooking pot, let's pour 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I am adding a finely chopped onion to it, and I am starting to saute it. Now I am adding a finely chopped jalapeno. Let's add a tablespoon of salt now. When you add salt over the onion, it fries quicker. I have sauteed the onion and the green pepper for around 5 minutes. I have 1.5 kilograms of peeled and finely chopped tomatoes here, and now I am pouring half of them into the pot. Let's now add the runner beans to it. Their tips need to be cut off, and they need to be chopped in bite-sized pieces before this. Now I am pouring the rest of the tomatoes on top. You can add 1 more teaspoon of salt at this stage. I am putting the lid on and leaving it to boil. I let it simmer for 15 minutes after it started boiling. You need to make sure not to fully cook the beans. They need to be a little under, as you would heat up and cook this preserve a bit after removing it from the jar. I am now adding a liter of water to it and leaving it to simmer for 10 more minutes. Let's place the lid on and leave it until it has cooked for 25 minutes in total. While still hot, I am transferring the beans into glass jars and removing the air bubbles by placing a knife inside them and moving it around. If you transfer them to jars straight away and put the jar lids on while still hot, then you wouldn't have to boil the jars again. The heat of the cooked beans would be sufficient for pressure. But if they cool down a little, then I would suggest boiling the jars, which is what we will do today. That way is guaranteed for pressure canning. After removing the air bubbles, I am wiping off the jars in case there has been some spillage. I am now placing the jar lids on and closing them tightly. The lids need to be brand new, as used lids might take in air and make the contents go bad. If you would like to follow the first option, which is skipping the step of boiling the jars with the contents inside, then you should at least boil the lids beforehand. The lids have to be hot while you're putting them on the jars. The whole point of this is to prevent any air from going inside the jars while you're storing them. Hot lids, when placed on the jars, will nicely wrap around the rims while cooling down. After you place the lids, you should turn the jars upside down and let them cool down. As I have followed the second option, I filled the pot with water until it covered the jars. Then I boiled it for 15 minutes. After this, I made sure to tighten the lids again and turn them upside down. They need to wait for a day until they fully cool down. After this, they're ready to be stored in a cool and dry place for many months for your use. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do not forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to our channel.